Thank you. Hey, Astro, by the way, if people don't understand your Hello Dave thing behind it, they will if they join the Discord now.
No, I just think they will think, why the hell has he made a bot named after himself?
Yeah.
But that's what I've been doing. I've just accepted it and just play along with it.
Maybe you should just change your name to Dave.
You should be just totally Dave.
To be honest, I thought his name was Dave.
There you go.
Oh my god! Just fly right into me, Astro, why don't you? Oh, people jump.
Yeah. Thought I would see if the engine would still work.
So that you can bail out in case it's necessary.
But I still want to be fairly close to the rest of the pack, so I'm just gonna... Let's park it right here.
Shouldn't it be?
I like how this eagle is just spinning in circles.
Oh yeah, they like to corkscrew in panic a lot. Like, no.
He knows he's dead, and yet he taunts me with messages. I'm gonna go back to station. My beam laser's broken because I've overheated it too much.
Don't go to the stationary system. You're warned. Or hostile.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
Because they will kill you, and it will hurt.
Oh, I have over 1 million in combat bonds. Actually, I might just stay for a bit longer. It's only one, I guess. One beam laser.
You don't have a
burst. It's a burst
unit
laser.
on board?
Nope. I don't have space for one. That's the one downside to this Fer-de-Lance. It doesn't carry much space for
internals, no.
Yeah. Yeah, the other three that I have left, I just have full reinforcements on. So.
Oh, that looks like the
Space
type 10.
Scout.
Oh, so type 10.
And it's dead.
He was attacked.
That thing's dead. Ooh, was that? That's an anaconda.
Yes.
I need to do this. Ramming speed.
Oh, I just saw that. That was great.
And you missed.
And I missed too.
I would do that, but I'll blow up instantly. So, especially the speed that this thing boosts up.
Oh, he knows. He knows I'm trying to get him.
Well, I'd hope he does. He's nearly dead.
No, I can still do it. Oh.
Astro, just try and do that again.
Yeah.
Space Scout.
Oh, so type 10.
Oh well.
And it's dead.
What is that Viper doing all the way out there? Come back here. That thing's dead.
Can't you get him with your long range?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. I need to do this.
Just gonna leave my ship alone.
Ramming speed.
Okay, I'm about to jump in.
Oh, I just saw that. That was great.
And you missed.
I have to go now. I would do that, but I'll blow up instantly. So.
Well, that's a type 10.
Again,
Especially
don't go to the
speed
station
that this thing
system.
boosts. Yeah.
Gonna have a bad time.
Oh, he knows. He knows I'm trying to get him.
Well, I'd hope he does. He's nearly dead. Astro, just try and do that again.
Yeah.
Space Scout.
Oh, so type 10.
And it's dead.
What is that Viper doing all the way out there? Come back here. That thing's dead.
Can't you get him with your long range?
Oh, there we go.
I'm not actually wanted yet because I haven't handed in any of the ones. Oh wait, no.
No.
Well, no, that's not how it works.
Where are you guys?
I'd have the
Planet
wanted
one. Let's go.
thing over the fuel thing.
Okay, there's another Conda and a Type 10. I guess we'll go for the Conda first. Ah, he evaded me.
No, that's the sun.
Anyway, I'm in system and I'm just
Bumped
making my
above
way
my
in. I
way.
should be with you in 2 seconds.
Well, there's a space in the wing now.
Well, invite me then.
Perfect timing.
I knew I could outlast you. Just waiting you out, that's all I was doing. Whoever's got the wing invite, send one through.
Complete failure.
I think you need to adjust your sensitivity. You're sometimes cutting out the beginning of the sentence. So
Okay.
get that. Mr. Eagle. Dead.
Or is that above or below now? That's the problem.
Did his shields just pop up for a second there?
Yes, I did.
That was the... wow.
Not even a second.
No. Shields up, shields down. No. Okay.
Did somebody send a wing invite through?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Cheers.
Amen.
I'm starting to wonder if this is the other side of the planet now. No, it's not.
Boofy, you need smaller shields.
Yes, I need a heal wave.
No, that was not a good idea.
What?
Looks like I'm gonna go on healing duty.
Is this right next to the planet, or is that just me thinking I'm going to crash into it?
It's quite close to the rings.
Rings? You must be the other side then.
It's close
You
to
are
the
planet
planet
one,
too.
right?
Planet 1, yeah, but my signal, I'm 1 point, oh, so I'm 0.32 light seconds, but I think I'm the other side of the planet. I just don't want to fly into it because that's a pain.
I have my wing beacon on. Follow that.
Mine on, actually.
I'm just popping some banks to speed up the healing.
Why did you turn your wing beacon on?
You should have all wing beacons on.
Okay, now he just really fucking wanna escape, didn't he?
I know I don't fly in wings very often, but it's normally top left to turn your wing beacon on, isn't it? Or am I going mad?
Yes. It's in the second drop down from the top panel. Just go to the wing and select any of the select options and enable wing beacon. That's the fastest in my opinion, but you can also go to functions in the right panel and
Can I wait?
the fourth option from the top. It says beacon. You can also turn that to wing. Thank you for the healies, by the way.
You're welcome.
Do it that way. Doesn't appear on the top left panel for me. Maybe I'm doing something wrong.
When you're in the second tab of the communication, Under, and then under
Where
option, under
Where the
event.
multi-crew wing and friends are.
I gotta jump.
Just realised I didn't have the I didn't actually have the conflict zone selected. I was still heading to.
I know that. Fucking hell, this ship sucks.
Oh god, I have to move now. Oh no, we have new spots.
I can see it now.
You know what? Fuck it, I'll switch it to the main funnel.
See, my favourite thing when you start flying publicly is to completely forget how to fly and how to select things. You're right, that is pretty. We are selecting freelance, just to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm starting to wonder now whether the long range is a good option because I'm flying around and I'm wasting energy. Someone just flew into me.
three different multi-cannon colors.
Alright, I'm coming back.
Target destroyed. Flight assist Target destroyed. Flight assist off. Flight assist off. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
This is pretty here, though, isn't it?
Target destroyed.
Yeah, it's going okay. Let's see how much bounce I've collected so far. 2.5 million. That's okay.
Okay, yeah. It's-
It'll still take a long time to get the money back from last night. We don't have to kill ourselves this time, though, do we?
Assist on.
Or do we?
No.
no,
Under attack.
yeah, we gotta hold on to our bounties as long as possible.
Ooh,
Until
we
we
should.
kick the faction out of here, then
So-
we can kill each other. And
Claim the bounties and at least get our own bounties from other people. Yeah.
that way we don't lose as much money, because we still gotta pay. When you die, you still gotta pay your bounty, even if another player got it.
Target destroyed.
Astro, you could do a stream, the epic stream, where actually it's the after we've all finished, we do that mass battle of friends, friend or foe. And you're just gonna make everybody kill each other after scanning each other, and then see.
Which one has the highest?
Yeah,
They're gonna come after me.
yeah. Sorry. It'd be a collective effort, I think.
I think we are both doing not much different in bounties.
Friendship charge detected. Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Flight assist off. Target destroyed. Flight assist on. Target destroyed.
All I keep getting is target destroyed, target destroyed, target destroyed.
Yeah. Over.
Normally you could think the computer is just broken.
Target shields offline. Friendship charge detected.
I like when you get that frame shift charge detected.
Boom. Yeah.
No. Shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That translates to shit, 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 shit. Fuck, fuck, fuck.
Friendship charge detected. Target destroyed. Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Target shields offline.
Oh,
Whoever's there.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hello. Great group.
And boom.
Oh, my.
Flight assist on.
It's been a long time since we've been able to completely clear it.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
Frame shift charge.
He's gone. There must be a mothership somewhere.
Yeah, but you killed it. It was the type of the cow.
Oh, it was the cow. Okay.
Yeah, that was the mothership.
Come on. One more left. That's a fighter. And fighter's dead. Oh, there's one more.
Jesus.
Fuck.
So many pretty colours. Bye. Oh, more coming in.
Anybody know what the issue is going on with the EDDB?
No, I didn't figure that out for you. I was trying to think what was going on.
What is that?
The distances keep dropping off. Like last night it was off, then it was on for like 10 minutes, then it stopped. Then, you know, we had the distance to the system, the distance to the station. Star. Like disappeared.
EDDB? I haven't used EDDB lately.
Yeah, like when you go in like commodities and you put in search for the station, just the last 2 columns have dropped off.
Oh yeah. No.
You gotta run it.
Okay, I'm in systems. My columns are just fine.
Huh. We try again. I know a couple people saw it last night, but we tried again. They haven't tried today. We're still up yesterday.
Well, what I do know is that EDDB has been attacked a couple times over the past couple of weeks, to the point that the sysadmin has had to just shut down the page overnight until we can look at it again.
Yeah,
But
I know.
it's never been more than a couple of hours. Besides that,
I know they had to drop off some of the information because they're overwhelmed, like with populations and stuff like that. It's actually dropped off as well. Oh no, it's back now. Okay, no, it's actually back. Yeah, that was like pain in the ass. We can't
What's
find
weird, it was
commodities.
working for me, wasn't it? It wasn't working for you, and then it wasn't working for the other chap.
Yeah, and then it started working again. It just seems to be intermittently popping on and off.
do you not use EDSM?
Who?
Or no? EDSM
Yeah,
and INARA have the same.
Do they? I didn't. I don't.
Yeah, so I said last night, but you have to learn a different way of searching for information quickly, so it becomes a bit of a pain if you're trying to do stuff on the fly.
Right.
Yeah, I'm already used to it. Still, there are certain things I do prefer to look at in EDDB because it's so much faster.
Yeah.
The response time on EDDB is way faster than EDSM.
The other thing is I can't seem to get ED Engineer to work.
Yeah, Joker was talking about that the other day.
Yeah, the JSON files aren't outputting to the sites. Well, they're outputting correctly versus the new. But it's like everybody else, they had problems with the ship data with the new engineered op modules. So goes out okay, and then
mine actually shuts down. I mean, like the initial verification goes together, and it'll do the update, but then it's just like it flashes in the task manager, then it goes away instantly. Like it only stays on for a second once it comes on fully.
Well, that's weird.
Right out. Yeah. I'd really like to use it.
Well, I have the problem with mine.
I see notes on there where a couple things you could try to fix it, but it just doesn't seem what's the healing thing that's like in the pulse laser? It's like it adds heat. What does that do? I don't understand that one.
What? Oh, that's the beam laser, right? The regeneration sequence.
Not yeah, but there's a second one that adds heat. I didn't understand that one. It's like concordance.
Okay, there are, as far as I know, there are 2 different healing beams.
Right.
And I haven't checked the data, but my guess is that it works like other similar sets of modules that one will consume more power, one will add heat. I think that's the case with this couple of experiments.
I'm at the engineer now, and it doesn't. Unfortunately, I grabbed the pulse laser instead of the beam laser. I don't know how the hell I did that. Find out. But there is actually one for the pulse laser.
Yes.
Is that one any good? Is not worth? I mean, does it work or no one's using it?
Well, pulse lasers in general have less DPS, so that will translate into less healing as well. But they use less power.
There's a difference between the 2. My mouse is starting to cut out.
Concordance, yeah, concordance. Modification that causes rockets to temporarily enhance regeneration of wingman's shield. At the cost of increased regeneration.
Yeah, you will heat up.
Plus 50, well, for an efficient beam though, probably not that much heat though. 50% increase from the efficient beam, probably not going to be that much.
Okay. Yeah, it depends on what's your heat budget and your power budget. If you have more power than you need, then you might want to go with regeneration sequence.
Okay, so now this one specifically says wingman, okay? The other one says friend or foe. So
oh, it's wingman. It's wingman for both.
Well, like that won't work in like when you're in the what the hell's that called? The conflict zones where you could heal anybody in that that's on your side. No.
No, it's always just the wing.
Just the wing. Okay.
Just the wing.
Also, the difference is one is improves the regeneration rate of your teammate. That's the concordance sequence. And you gain heat. Also, the laser constantly generates more heat than normally the laser would.
Any friend or foe thing is generally if you're worried about friendly fire issues. So you use that in conjunction with the rounds from your cannons. So if you've got a mixed system, you can have at least some beams that still don't kill NPCs.
The good thing about the concordance sequence is we just need one that can be a small one. The healing is always the same because it's a fixed rate. You increase the shield generation. The other one increases the heal in depending on the damage the laser would normally do.
Okay, so
that actually heals.
All right, so concordance can go on like a small slot, and then you put the other one on a large beam.
For example.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, thanks a lot. I'm at the engineer now. I got to go find a beam laser now.
Yeah. Also, with the concordant, you generate plus 50% heat, but your damage is the same. And with regeneration sequence, you don't generate heat, but you sacrifice 10% damage. That's what I was talking about. That usually it's the same effect, but you sacrifice one thing or the other.
Target destroyed.
Just, I mean, how, like, being effective? How, I mean, is it close to being as good as the other one, or no?
It really depends. It depends really on the type of ship you're healing. Like Poofy has a lot of shield, then the healing beam that really generates shield power has a lot more. when you have somebody with a high regeneration rate, the concordant sequence does a lot more because it is a percentage increase to the regeneration rate. When you have a low shield with high regeneration rate, concordant sequence is a lot better.
Okay.
But my healing beams on Goofy, for example, who has a large shield, doesn't really matter a lot. I can't heal him a lot, but when all in your ring have a small shield, you can do a lot with concordant sequence.
Target destroyed. Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
Yeah, this ship is a proper shield tank. Well, it's a raw shield tank because it's high shields and low resistance.
All right, but it doesn't on the concordance one. It doesn't matter what size you put it on. It's no effect.
Exactly. I have this on two small turrets. Then I can easily just look at the general direction. That's a lot easier.
Yeah.
I have it on a long range because the heat doesn't matter from a small one. And I can heal from 6 kilometers away.
Now, does it work on fighters or no?
Yes.
Yes,
As
it
long as they're in the lead.
Target destroyed.
There we go. More shields. I gotta load the reboot.
Target shield offline. Under attack.
Okay, I gotta go and begin work on some video, some more I can get my my spot in the wing. I'm gonna jump out.
No worries.
I think who's here?
Astro, did you look at your wing at INARA a bit?
Sorry, what? With the wing?
Did you look at it a bit, so what you can do and what your
No,
setup is
so
can
far I've just decided to set up the market connect, so at least I can get my own info. But I'll have a look at the wing later on.
do. Okay.
Assist off. Flight assist on. Target destroyed. Flight assist on. Under attack.
Just heading over to hand in bounties.
Warlock, are you there?
I'm here, yeah.
We sent you an invite.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed. Target shields offline. Target shields offline. Flight assist off. Flight assist off.
Oops.
Target shields offline.
healing AFK for a bit. Be right back.
Okay. Some sort of strange noise in my ear then.
Target shields offline.
You hear voices now.
Yeah. Is there anybody there?
Target destroyed. Flight assist off. Target shields offline. Flight assist on. Target destroyed. Target shields offline. Flight assist off. Under attack. Flight assist on. Target destroyed.
Just gone.
Target destroyed.
Oh yes. Tasty cheese.
I didn't even target you first, I just knew your shields would be down, so I thought I'll just start firing at you anyway.
Yeah, the great thing is that they look like they're really weak, but they're not. It's still like a... Even at one ring, I think they still have more shields than...
Have you got what? Have you got prismatics? Have you?
Yeah.
One
and heavy duties, super capacitors.
Also when you have one ring of shield, you have more shield as mine at full strength.
Yep.
Yeah, your shield strength's something like 7,000, isn't it?
7,000 actually, yeah.
That's more than 3.
7,080.
I've just started to do.
It's almost 4 times as mine.
Well, I've just literally just signed up to Ansling to do the prismatics. So mine's currently 2689. So I wonder what it'll be with a set of prismatics on board.
Oh, it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah. I think I've almost got a 10k build, but without having the shields. Oh, take some healing your shields though, don't they?
The thing is that prismatics consume a ton of power.
I have 1761 shield.
I take it they're not engineered.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
They're not
Fully
engineered.
Target destroyed.
On 1761.
I have
You're using
full resistance. But
so you're using reinforced or
Yeah.
German?
no, I have a thermal V-wave shield gun and have 8 resistance shield.
Okay.
I have my lowest resistance is kinetic with 65. The other is 70 and 75.
I think with me I've got 52, 56, 52, 61, 68. So kinetic thermal explosive
That's
in
a
that
That's
order.
really low because I don't have yeah, okay, so my kinetic is 44, my thermal is -10. My explosive is 53.9, but it's red for some reason.
You're going to need to work that out. We can do that with you.
The difference is I have a shield. My shield unit regenerates in less than from there.
Oh yeah, mine takes almost 50 minutes.
About an hour. But it takes
From
2 hours.
50%.
It takes 2 hours to get him down though, so it's fine.
Yeah. I most of the time I simply just go away a little bit from the battle, reboot, and I've got 3,500 shields back. It takes a while for the station to replenish my shields. I actually gotta wait for the shields to replenish in the park.
My shields aren't getting touched in here. Mainly because obviously there's 3 or 4 corvettes around me. That does help a massive amount. If I was on my own, I'd be feeling it.
Also, I see I'm getting hit quite a lot, but I don't really care.
Flight assist off.
They'll normally divert their power to the most powerful ships around you, the ones doing the biggest damage.
Flight assist on.
So I tease them with my little
Yeah,
ones.
usually the NPCs will target the highest rebuy. Just.
Oh, that's
go for
normally
them
me
unless
then.
you aggro them.
What's your rebuy? I think mine's 46 or 47 million.
Then you're a lot higher than me.
Mine's 33.7, but the reason that it's so low is because I bought pretty much everything in the Lee station, so I got it at a discount.
Yeah, my rebuy is 47 million. 47.5 million.
Also mine is just shy of 26 million. No rebuy.
So that's the reason to buy everything in a Lee station. The rebuy goes way more good.
Well, all mine's Shinrata, but it's still, you got a Volta attached to your arse then. All mine's at Shinrata, so it's only 0.4%. It's not a massive amount. So even if you took,
Yeah, the good thing is the BGS shield is quite cheap. And I have really nothing in the here. What's good thing? I have no sheet saw bank or something. My ship is almost empty.
mine's very full.
No, my ship is fully fitted for combat.
Yeah, it's fully fitted, but not only for PvE.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
I have no hull plating or something.
The advantage of this build is that I can easily switch the points, and it's then fully fitted for PvP.
Yeah, that doesn't work for my ship.
I might want to switch out the power plant for an armored one, maybe, if I want to increase my module's hit points. But it's basically just switch out the weapons, make sure they can fire continuously.
You should always build the ship to whatever you fly like. One person's build won't suit somebody else's.
I might even can use this ship how it's built for PvP because the maneuverability is so high that I can outmaneuver even a large ship or another smaller ship. You can't turn away from me. Loud ED Shipyard tells me that my turning rate is about that of a world.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed. Flight assist on. Under attack. Target shields
No, you don't.
I love the sound the cockpit makes when it's on Sub-Zero. I find that Anaconda and I instantly go Sub-Zero.
I might actually I'll sit here. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to sit right in the middle. Safest place to be is in the middle. No, I was going to go for a wee. But I figure I may as well. Oh, landing it.
No, I was talking to Morgan. Yeah, your shields look good there.
Target destroyed.
Put all your pips to shields and all.
Hello.
Charge you.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Or what time of day it is at your location? I don't know.
It is evening. Alright, I'm just going to have a quick wait. I shall be back in a moment. Oh, I don't want to press that one. I want to remain in game. You guys have got my back if I sit here in the middle of this, yeah?
Go?
I need to go for rearming.
See, that's the beauty of beams. No rearmament.
Rearm, restock some ammo and batteries.
Okay, I'm going to have my quick wee anyway. If I'm still alive when I get back, I'll be happy. I might even do a...
Normally it shouldn't be a problem.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Leave that for now.
Impact solo? Why that?
Sorry, what's that?
Why do you play solo?
I'm just putzing around picking up some materials right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking for a beam laser right now.
Why is CR Draconis official defense party still losing influence? We are below 13% now. What happened?
No, we went up actually.
Yes, in the morning we were 12.8%.
We are 18.7 right now.
How that?
So we went up almost 6%.
Oh, I should get on.
Freelance went down actually almost 4%.
Go away with freelance.
Freelance was at 12% yesterday.
We have to undermine the leading faction in the system.
Yeah, CR Draconis Incorporated.
This is quite a pretty sight, though.
We could do the same as we did here. It's just gonna take longer. Let's go kill cops, and we're gonna be so wanted. I'm already wanted there.
Freelance is a player faction. They don't, I don't know, interact with our system? We have to shoot them.
No.
No?
We're allied with them.
What?
Yes.
You've been gone for 48 hours, the whole world's changed.
My mind. It doesn't keep up.
Yes, so basically what happened was Astor got in touch with them and reached an agreement. The agreement is that we will help them get rid of an another player faction that is messing with them via proxy NPC factions.
So we are going to fight somebody or kick some ass anyway. So it's okay for me. My worldview is restored now.
Yes. And after they get stabilized in their systems, we will help them expand to another system, and then they will help us kick them out of our system.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay, welcome back.
Let's kick some arse.
I'll be back in a second.
Ah.
I was just doing some really pretty filming of you guys killing everything. It was kind of cool.
Do you guys know if you guys use INARA and get the profile updated in there?
Yes, I do.
Yes,
All the time.
I do.
Do you use ED Market Connector?
Yeah.
That do that?
Yes.
That's all I use. I use that
Because
for everyone.
I've installed it and it updated when I docked, but my profile is still not up.
Okay.
It can take a few
A couple
times.
things you might need to do.
Manual start. Yeah.
Make sure the API key from INARA is set up in Market Connector. Have you done
Oh, okay. Hold on. That's probably it. Then settings.
And second, I would suggest compiling your commander's log by months, and make sure that they are under 30 megabytes.
Okay, I can see I haven't even looked into the settings, but there's probably a lot I need to look at there then.
Yeah.
Because
And after
one thing
that,
I was
you can
one thing I was
import-
doubt of is under identity you can choose either to go how do you want to be identified in the safe data by commander name or pseudo anonymous ID.
Yeah. But the API key is the bit that does the data, then how you're publicly perceived or searchable is by that, how you're known.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't want to be publicly searchable.
So you can call yourself.
Send flight log and commander status to INARA. Ah. So you personally generate new key. Yes. Aha. Get it. So I put secret key. Yes. Configuration.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
So I was the same as you. I was keeping so many Excel documents to keep track of everything. As soon as I started hooking up with INARA or INRA or whatever they're called, I didn't need it anymore. You could probably spend 2 hours pinning the blueprints you want, so that your cargo, when you go to your cargo manifest, it'll tell you what you do and don't need instantaneously. And if you no longer need that blueprint, you just take it off and add the other one. Superb.
Yep. I do that with Discover. I set up the amount of roles I want for each build. And,
Yeah.
It'll just tell me, okay, you have enough for this. You need this much of this.
And now with new engineering, you just tell it, I just need 8 or 9 rolls, I think it's 8 for doing grade 5, by times how many you were possibly going to do it. So on a Corvette with shield boosters, you knew if you destroyed or built a brand new Corvette, you would just be able to engineer it all in one go. And you can add in any of the experimental effects into that list as well. It's
I should now be able to force an update there, and then it should. Okay, there's some delay on it, or
there is a delay. Also, I found that when I was starting it, when I first started it, I had to upload my commander logs directly to the site just to get the thing kick-started. So there was less, for some reason there was less download or whatever was going on. It just seemed to go faster.
Yeah, that's what I had to do. I had to basically concatenate my commander's logs to 30 megabytes and almost monthly, then upload those files.
You can just do your most recent.
Journey file log, or
if you go to the site, it tells you what file to upload. So whichever bit you're needing to update, it'll always say you can always upload a file and do it from that.
Oh, I'm running. Oh, my shields are down.
Import journal.
That's
Yes.
it. And it'll tell you exactly where to go for it.
I'm gonna get some distance and reboot.
It's one of the best tools, I think, ever. And it got better when 3.0 came out because they did this massive update.
Most of your stuff like credit representation. Okay, so if I go and say INARA, no, their journey file, browse.
Oh, leave me alone.
Save games. Is that a what?
It did have a file path in there. It'll give you the generic one, and then you can work out your generic from wherever you're installed.
But it was a bit.
Yeah, just remember the last bit.
Oh wow, there's a lot of journal logs here already.
Yes.
Just pick your
Every
newest.
time you start the game, it starts a new file.
Okay, so I just have to get the most recent, I guess.
Yes, that'll work.
Yeah, so on mine.
The reason I
Is it the 11th already? Oh my god, where did this not go?
Should we take a small break and go back to the station in the next system? I need to repair my beam lasers. They're starting to malfunction.
Yeah, I guess I'll go repair as well.
Okay, so we're gonna go to.
Oopsie, took almost half my health.
I'm still fine. Maybe I'm not hitting enough stuff.
Journey file was successfully imported.
You can also update. So currently on mine, I think I'm doing EDSM, EDDB, because the more commanders that are sending stuff to places like EDDB, for instance, is the reason why we can have up-to-date information. So you can update. You can create accounts with all of them and then get the API keys and install 3 or 4 API keys for different sites. So I do EDSM, EDDB, and INARA, or INRA.
Yes.
Mordecas and INARA, Cookie and I are jumping out to get repairs.
Okay. Okay.
So you just know,
Where are you going?
So
yeah, also EDDB does 90 dumps into EDSM, so you can just, if you are not comfortable with EDSM for whatever reason, just link to INARA and EDDB, and it'll update daily to EDSM. Stuff
okay.
Like marketing flow and, I think the marketing flow updates every 10 minutes.
And you've got a cooldown of 50 seconds, so you can, whilst you're engineering, hit the update button, and you've got a cooldown of a minute, and then it'll update your cargo or whatever else you're doing. It's very, very, very effective. This is what I was telling you that I use, because it's definitely worth learning. This is what I was on about doing a video on. Just getting through how to hook these 3 things up. Because it helps the community overall, and as a player tool, it's incredible.
Oh, it doesn't support multiple logs at the same time?
Multiple what?
Say again.
Oh, that sucks. Okay. I guess I just wanted to just like do a bulk import of all my my logs so I would get historical data, but it doesn't support that. I can upload them.
You can do the latest first, so that the thing starts swinging, and then you can update the historical stuff later.
Yeah, that's what I ended up doing was I actually asked the channel if somebody.
It just makes sense because your current data is the stuff that's updated instantaneously. The historical data is just held on database. So.
Yeah, that's what someone sent me in the channel here.
Yeah, the way they do it, I think it was me. I mean, I've talked to a few people about this.
What I did was separate my journals into folders. So every 30 days, I will have one set of logs, and then use that command in PowerShell to merge them. single file. Now I have a March file, a February file, and with INARA you cannot upload logs older than 2 days. Just upload the last 30 days. That'll be fine, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Get that up. I think I got most of this covered.
Yeah, you'll get it. Once you get into it, it's very logical. The only thing I find that's very weird about it is it's hard to find certain things that you find, like the trader material finder. You can't. For some reason, I can't seem to find it from the main menu very easily.
Yeah, the navigation on the site sometimes.
Yeah, it's not brilliant, but you just bookmark the stuff that's good for you and then go from there.
Got it.
Just realised I got a lot of attention on me all of a sudden because I'm on my own, haven't I? I was too busy talking.
Yeah,
I taught you.
Boost combat.
Boosting on.
And right now I am parked. I've been parked for about a minute. My shit's are going up.
Cancel.
That's how long it takes.
I'm down to 1 blip on my shields, which I don't normally see that often, so I thought, oh, I must be alone. Where are you guys? Are you still in this system? No.
I'm not even in the system. I'm parked at the freelance home system.
Oh, you're in Sierra Draconis.
No. In the,
Oh, I'll go here because it's safe, isn't it?
what's the name?
Draconis is still safe for us, isn't it? But it's not Interstellar.
It is Interstellar, but oh no, it doesn't have Interstellar. It doesn't have Interstellar.
Yes, so for the Freelance Enforcement Corporation, or whatever it is, F.E.A.R.
What about it?
I've got claims for them. Do I need to go somewhere to hand that in? So what's the best system for that? Is that Ross?
Ross, yes.
Yeah, Ross 151. That's what I thought. Yeah.
What are you doing in the moment?
Kicking ass and taking names.
Kicking ass sounds fine for me.
Don't forget taking names, because you've got to take
No,
names.
it's been 2 or 3 minutes. Now I recharged 1 ring.
That's where you do that. I have detailed files.
My shield was full before I got close to the station.
Okay, this much is enough. I'll just get back.
I'll head to a station anyway, just have a quick break.
Frameshift drive charging.
Unfortunately, the only win missions they have are delivery missions.
Yeah, they're not very good.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I did see a skimmer mission, but they were going all over the
Fuel
place.
scooping. Fuel scooping.
Yeah, I'm AFK for just a minute.
So what system do we need to go to affect the action then? I'm going to do some
LHS 5287, I think.
LHS. Got it.
Just gonna have to do a flyby.
Space.
2857.
5287.
5287.
Wait, 5287. Okay, 5287.
I'm gonna jump into 2819 just updates, the updating INARA.
If you do a loop of shame before you get there, that doesn't count as a loop of shame, right? What if you know you're going to do it and you
say no, but my heart says yes.
Okay. What if it's because you were talking? Because Astro, you never do that, do you? You never do loop of shame because you're talking.
I always do loop of shames.
It's easy to lose concentration, isn't it? It's like, oh, damn it.
It's always, especially when I'm streaming. I loop a lot more when I'm streaming. Because whenever I'm in Super Cruise, I will always go when I will look at chat instead. Because, well, the ship's just doing its own thing. Then suddenly you look back and, well, then you just pass the 7-second mark and you're like, well, I guess we're looping today.
We gotta help them in 2.8. They got their ass handed to them by 1%.
Yeah, but I talked to them earlier today. They said they were gonna take care of those systems. And as long as we just keep our focus in this system, then they will try to take care of the rest themselves. So I assume they will have that under control.
How many players are there?
They seem to be a few. I have actually no idea.
How many what?
Players they are.
They're mainly Xbox, so I would never underestimate the passion of an Xbox player because they've got to carry the weight of a console use on their shoulders. So they're very passionate, very committed.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, they got a lot of.
Oops. So I just need to smash my nose into the tower then. There's buzzing the tower and then there's smashing your nose into it. That's impolite.
So I have to give a bit attention to my idle game and then I'm back.
Well, I still can't pay off that alliance bounty. I so wish that I've got a bounty here for the elite German commanders.
You won't be able to pay that in the foreseeable.
No, I paid it on the Interstellar, but it's just if Amslos was here, I'd be like, I'm just paying off the elite German commanders, and you'd say thank you for the cash.
Yes, thank you for the cash.
Of course, I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah, I got notoriously down by 2.
I take a look at my account and I didn't see any changes, so you forgot to give me the money.
I'm just sending it now. I think the Germans are rich enough right now in the European Union. I reckon you can let it slide for a month or 2. Pretend I'm Greece. Because you will be in about 2 years from now when we finally finish leaving Brexit. That'll be...
We see what the outcome will be of the Brexit.
We'll start smashing plates and asking for money. It'll be fine.
Everybody's asking for money.
We may not have won the 2 wars, but we certainly control it now. Where do you find your notoriety? Where is that? Is that in your reputation?
Yes, statuses.
Statuses. I take it as under combat or criminality.
Crime.
Yeah, it's gone down to 8 now. I wouldn't mind, but I was such a good boy before this started. Astro's turned me into a mass murderer. And I wouldn't mind, but the combat rank's only gone up 3% in 2 days, and I've killed a lot of people. Innocent people. Just doing their job. I hope you can sleep at night. Oh dear, I hate this stat where it says approximate time played. It says 6 weeks, 3 days, 12 hours, and I like to think that just means I've played the game for 6 weeks in total, but it doesn't mean that, does it?
You had the launcher open for 6 weeks in total.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, I left the launcher open when I wasn't playing, so that's the problem. That's why it looks like that.
Sure.
Uh-huh. That's what I tell my wife when she says, have you really played this for 6 weeks, 3 days and 12 hours? And I went, no. I left the launcher open every night.
I have
I
8
gotta use that
weeks,
one too.
1 day, and 17 hours.
It's your job to play this game. I'm doing it for fun. I'm so screwed. I'm not much of a human talking to myself for a few
someone
seconds. Sorry.
disappeared for a second.
Yeah.
And then you say in the video, oh, I only was waiting 5 minutes.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
the whole point is you have to make sure that that what you're getting is not just a something you just get randomly because the system was in a favorable state. Oops.
So
what I would often do if it's something that's not been confirmed by others, that I will always try it out and then come back a couple of weeks later to do it again. And if it's still usable, then it's a go.
what is encounters in statistics? That's what I was asking, I think, when everything went silent. It says encounters, total encounters 1, last seen, last ship. Is that other players or?
No, encounters, that's Goy.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Are we all going to meet in that Ross system?
Well, we're in Ross at the moment, so.
Yeah, I'll be there in a sec. I just need to take a detour.
This is only as a checkpoint to repair and refuel.
Does anybody use?
I'm already back in LHS.
Oh, material trader stats. I've not seen that before. So that gives you statistics on material traders.
Yes.
So trades completed 353. Materials traded 13,000.
What? You have 13,000 materials traded.
Yeah, I did tell you I started this at day 1. You know when I said to you I think I've figured out how to work it.
Is that what that's under trading?
That's just trading, yeah. So
Statistics.
Okay, mining, material refined.
well, mining material fine. I don't.
Mining
No,
materials collected 23,318. Refined 503.
Mining materials refined 840. Collected 14,000.
Okay.
I think I only
Materials
did.
refined 5,835. Materials collected 19,000.
That's interesting.
So
Lifetime bounty value, I have 429,000. I had yesterday, I had a bounty of almost 20 million.
Yeah, that's wrong somehow. I don't know why. It's, for example, for me, it says that my highest bounty is 10,000.
Is that in crime? Yeah, mine's fixed to 10,000 as well. Is that under crime?
Yes.
Let's have a look.
But
Yeah.
what I'm thinking is that the highest bounty actually is, and what is happening is that my notoriety is applying a multiplier that is not registered.
Oh, so it might be a £10,000 bounty, but it's multiplied by the notoriety.
Yes.
So what's your lifetime
Somehow.
lifetime bounty value?
2 million.
Oh, see, I'm such a good boy. It's only 174,000, even after the murdering spree we've been on for the last 2 days. Look what you've turned me into, Astro.
Don't blame him. You know what you did. You know
You know what you did, yeah.
You pushed the button.
No, he pushed the button. I just continued to push the button afterwards that made things go away. There is a difference between the logic there. And he didn't push the button. He politely asked, and everybody just fell into being murderous, rampaging animals.
Are you okay there, Murdoch? How you're engineering?
No, me just outfitting my exploration anaconda with some weapons.
Don't explore anacondas. Don't get weapons. Don't do that.
Oh yeah, when I deploy my scanner in the conda, my shields go down.
I spent a solid week building my anaconda, with help from the community as well. They were fantastic, and I think I've built probably the ultimate current.
The ultimate anaconda?
For exploration, yeah. It's a beast. It has everything you need. I got boost, I can use my shields, I can do whatever, and the power management seems to be about spot on as well. I learned so much about power management building an exploration ship that you can actually apply it to combat ships and be very effective. Far more effective on smaller builds, particularly if you don't have the money. If you've got a Corvette, you don't care. You've got 46 megajoules.
I'm back.
Hello, back.
Thing is, with power management in a combat ship, you need power management because you'll want to be using everything at once.
Well, except for your SRV bay and etc. And I don't have a fighter bay anymore. I think fighter pilots are NPC pilots.
You wouldn't have an SRV bay on a combat.
Yeah, I do. I think I do.
Why don't you have a fighter anymore? Fighters are cool.
Yeah, I have an SRV bay on mine.
Yeah, on my exploration build, I've got 2 fighters, 2 SRVs, and then decent shield.
I don't have it. The only shields you need on an exploration ship are the ones that stop you from bouncing off planets. Because when you're out there, if somebody's gonna kill you, they're gonna kill you. But I think my actually I might be able to have a quick look because it's in a close by station. So.
Do you guys know how much your corvettes weigh?
My corvette weighs around 2,000 tons.
Oh, my mass. Where do I get that from? You got to get that in outfitting, haven't you?
You can look at shipyards when you use your ED market connector.
No,
my current corvette weighs. Wait, what? Import failed. Ships found. What are you talking about?
If you've got any new, so even if I click mine now, most of it fails. So my current mass is 1834. There you go. So I need to go 1834. There you go.
Might as well get through there.
But it says total mass. Obviously, that's with cargo. I think it's 2819. Current is the center one, isn't it? In total mass. You've got mass without fuel, mass with fuel, mass with cargo. Yeah.
Yes.
The good thing is my jump ranges are minimum 19.2, 20.72, and 21.03. So I'm quite happy with that as a jump range for a Corvette.
What's the best weapon for stripping off like external weapons for weapons? We're doing minimum hull
Anything
damage.
that has high
But okay, and doing
You
minimum
need
hull damage.
shield penetration on any weapon you choose, but you need some sort of shield penetration.
Once the shields are down, I mean.
Oh, anything, because once the shields are down, they're basically made of plastic if they're not hull tanked.
Right. And
the weapons are exterior to that anyway, so they need module reinforcement to stop that happening.
My jump range with my Corvette is 23.4.
It's 20 what?
Okay, my mass in my Corvette 2164.
How have you got so much mass?
hull reinforcements, military grade composite, module reinforcement, prismatic shield.
Is
Multiple
prismatic shields that
reinforcements.
heavy? Because
Prismatic shields weigh 160. 78. My power plant weighs 88. My thrusters weigh 80. My sensors weigh 160. Power distributor 160. Each hull reinforcement weighs 22.4 tons. Each booster 14 tons.
are you using a long-range sensor?
Yes.
Remove
not
that.
the long range, just the vanilla 8A.
Yeah, that's your biggest
Because-
weight problem. Is your sensors? It's got to be.
Actually, it weighs the same as my power. Prismatics.
Right. If
Yeah,
I
they
go
weigh the same.
to, so my sensors
But
currently
I need
weigh.
I need those sensors to be grade A, and because the gimbal weapons, their angle is dependent on their sensors. If you use
Correct, but you can get
if
an.
you lightweight the sensors, you lose angle.
Are we jumping in conflict zone or are we just standing outside?
You do, but you can still get a scan target angle of 22 with a range of 8 on an 8D sensor weighing 12 tons. And that's with the lightweight scanner on a
Yeah, the
car.
problem is the angle, because you lose angle, and when you lose angle, effectively you lose firing authority.
But I'm only losing 8 degrees, and I'm saving something like 50 tons. So yeah, it's 8 degrees versus 50 tons of mass. That's definitely worth
Yeah.
looking at.
In a combat ship, you don't really need to worry about jump range. So
You do if you got to upgrade it. You got to go from engineer to engineer. It's like no.
that's cool.
It's true. You don't really need jump range. That's true, but the turning speed is.
So the priority
Yeah,
is not
every-
jump range. That's what I mean.
But it's the whole
Yeah,
mass.
it's
You're moving
true,
the
but-
whole mass on the thrusters. You're moving the whole mass on your boost. It's so many. It affects so many
You
things.
want to go for combat performance. Once you combat performance, then you can. see
If you
what
effectively can
do.
hit really well in a straight line, that won't really be much good to you if you can't turn to face the target. So it's a balance between those two, and that's because I did the same when I first built one of these. I built it as just have maximum DPS, but I couldn't turn and I couldn't fly it. It was just basically a flying brick that could hit really hard if it was pointing in the right direction. Whereas now I've managed to find a balance between the two and the jump range. But obviously each build is down to how you fly and what you expect from it. But for me, it was too frustrating to have such a high output on DPS and not be able to fly the thing around a system and not also be able to jump. You know, if you're jumping 14 light years, it's just soul destroying.
It is.
My turning rate is as high as a normal vulture would be. My corvette weighs 1,500 tons.
I don't know how to compare it to. So, for instance, if I get the stats up here from. So, what are we looking at? We're looking at.
You're all really angry. I managed to piss off all of them.
Where'd you get your
Is there much of
turning?
an advantage? Like,
Sorry, carry on.
in using like a D for like a trading ship, using a smaller shield, but then using like a D-rated Class 5 cell boosters.
No, on a trading shape you don't need cell boosters. You need just the shields. So you get when you hit the station, you're not just
Yeah, the only thing I ever do, because I use a clipper as a trading ship, and the only thing I need the shields to do is last long enough to run away, because I really am not interested in fighting in that thing. So
Right, that's why I was saying, like, using
Yeah.
the smallest shield possible, but then using like since you generally don't use anything in the utility slots anyway, using like a Class D booster, but having like like a Class 5 shield booster in there. Would that make much of a difference?
as long as you can
It's on,
cover,
like,
as
a
long as you can
ton
cover
of-
your mass.
a ton of third.
Yeah, as long as you can cover your mass, but you lose most of your. A lot of the weight that people don't realise that they're carrying is their scanners. Everyone's got these massive scanners, and they don't realise they weigh like 50, 60, 70 tons sometimes.
Okay, do you guys know if there's any way you can in-game see how much capacity in order for a given set of thrusters to be able to boost?
Can you repeat the question?
So if I'm sitting in-game, is there any way that I can see, okay, if I have a set of 5D thrusters, how much power, which power distributor will be able to boost?
No, I had to do that
Not
on an
that I
external
know.
site when I was building Gap Year Student. I couldn't find anywhere in game, and I did ask
No, that's my
around.
point.
Yeah,
So that's pretty crap, if you ask me.
it is, because the only way you can test it in game before I figured out that I had to build it externally was to leave the station, try and boost, and then when it said insufficient or just was blanked out.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was trying to put a 4D shield generator and thrusters. What was I using on the thrusters? I can't remember. I can't remember what I had.
Hello, bonjour.
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 Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Madame.
Yeah, so I've got 5D thrusters on the Anaconda. But only a 4D power distributor. But if you use cluster capacitors on the 4D distributor, you can still get boost. So you don't. It's an 8 class slot, but I've got a 4D power distributor in that, and that's huge gain. Huge gain.
Have I complete? Oh.
It rains gains.
Brains gains, bruv. It's all about them gains. If you ain't getting no gains, you ain't got no games. You gets me.
Gets me, fam. Scrap, boom, boom. Fucking, he's destroyed my mind, that guy. What was his name again?
Can't remember.
What's the guy's name again? The scrap, boom, boom guy.
I don't know.
Eminer.
It's escaped me. I've got no idea. I can't remember. I'm useless now. Damn it.
Do you guys have shield regeneration? Then Pookie could use a little boost.
Alright, sorry, we're all sitting here going through menus. You know, how real Elite Dangerous players play at the game. Spending hours looking at lists. So anyway.
Oh, we're getting somewhere. This thing is getting there.
What's happening? Oh my god.
Fitting an Anaconda.
Are you fitting
Another Anaconda.
Are you fitting it for jump range, or?
Yeah.
Did you see what I did with my GYP?
I am fitting a long jump range passenger Anaconda.
In that case, you can build my
Think about that.
You can think my GYP, and I can swap it out, and it doesn't have any effect for passenger cabins, unless obviously
Passenger cabins have mass.
Yeah, it doesn't bother it because if you use economies, well, you might be using first class, and I think they're heavier.
Wait, did they completely remove those boosters from the game? I guess they did, right?
Yes.
Yes, Guardian thingies are gone. Okay, great job, Frontier.
They're doing great, I know.
I like the fact that they just implemented it, figured out they just. I mean, how didn't they test? I don't get it.
I guess they're too busy with Jurassic World to test something.
Yes, I guess so. And then you just decided, okay, we're just gonna remove it, and you just add it in 3.1 in, I don't know, next year.
Yeah, maybe they work with the try and fail thing now.
Yeah, okay, they're going with the learning by burning technique.
Yes. Maybe they implement something that increases the amount of payout for each mission by the factor of 100. I would suggest. I would really like this, even if it's only for a few hours.
But they did do that at some point. Was it during the beta, where all the missions suddenly paid like trillions and trillions of credits?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I saw
Trillions
a
and
picture, I
trillions.
think, of a reward of quintillion.
I think they took the money back as well, though, didn't they?
And why don't anybody have trillions of credits?
They took
Because
money
it
back.
was the beta
Frontier
server.
took it away.
The beta server.
I was doing live, and then they took away the credit people made.
And if somebody has already bought things from these credits,
Yeah, but it's
so
on a
that
beta
you would
server.
have,
It doesn't make any difference, does it? It's kind of...
so on the beta server it's pointless.
Oh, I need a Wii, but I also have wingmates without any shields, so I need to get cracking. Sorry, guys.
Oh, somebody did a move. Who was it? Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Out. Let's go.
Get out. Akira thought we were gonna end the day.
You are clear of the station. Safe travels, Commander.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Roger.
Are you guys getting out?
Yeah. Or is it okay to go back in?
No, not yet. I'm still in there.
So stay in?
No, no, no. Everybody gets to get out. You have to reset the instance.
Alright.
So I'm out.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm out as well.
Gotcha. See you guys.
Goodbye.
But oh,
Going back in?
yes.
They're still all red for me. No, they're not.
No, there's just no friendlies that way. Okay, there we go. Now we have friendlies.
Damn, cat.
I got a lot of module damage for some reason.
Frameshift drive charging.
coming in.
Plan down to 0.
Fuel scooping complete.
So I'm pretty sure that I did my navigation to the planet. It disappeared the moment I got here. Is it above or below? I can never remember. It's above, isn't it? Conflict zone.
What's above?
The conflict zone. In
For me,
5287.
for me, it's above.
It's above, yeah? I'm doubting it now. I forgot to fly through. I gotta fly through. I'm getting interdicted, for God's sakes.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Scan detected. Under attack. Target shields offline. Target destroyed. Target shields offline. Flight assist on. Temperature critical. Target destroyed.
Stop annoying me. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it is just above, actually.
Frameshift drive charging.
No, it will be you're out of shield.
I rebooted, but somebody shot me and interrupted the. It's fine. I'm just gonna reboot again.
Sorry, I'm on my way. Like I'm at the side down there. I would have been there in time, but I was getting interdicted, so
So I'm just gonna,
I
I'm
don't.
gonna scoot the reboot a little bit farther away where I don't get shot.
I didn't think it'd be smart to fight interdiction next to a bunch of rings because you just end up hitting them.
Not up.
You do. We're picking freelance, yeah. Same as normal, Lewis check just in case.
It's gonna be see where we're at tomorrow with those guys.
We got them down from 44% to 11 in a day, or basically in half a day.
Yeah, but I think it's harder the further down we go.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, or if it's just
diminishing returns, isn't it?
Points.
Yeah, it will be kind of interesting to see what we have to do to really get them out of the system.
I'm trying to drink a beer and fly at the same time, then it didn't work.
Cardio.
Where are you?
You should be able to change targets to the highest threat immediately once something has gone to 0. This whole waiting for it to blow up thing is just...
Where are you?
We're in...
I got a button map. Did I get the next target?
We're in the 521.
On what are you shooting?
I'm in the same system. Where are you exactly?
Oh, conflict zone.
Conflict
North
zone?
of... north of the ring on 1.
Anaconda.
Just going to remind you, it's north as you enter the system, because otherwise you're going to fly through the rings.
Yeah, I understand the north and south on a coordination system.
Oh, I didn't yesterday.
Yeah,
I just flew through it twice, so I just thought I'd, you know. I'm just saying it's an easy mistake to make, you know, and if I made it, then it must be easy. Yeah? Shut up.
Yeah, the problem is really north is kind of a...
It's relative to when you fly in, so it's fine.
Yeah, well, you're not always flying in it the same way.
No, you always enter a system the same way up and in the same orientation. That's the cool thing. Yeah.
You're the cool thing.
Well, thank you. I'm not, but cheers.
Jimenez way too busy being British than being cool.
Oh, thanks. You're trying to imply that being British.
Those two are not
cool.
combinable.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are not.
They're not combinable.
Yes, they are not compatible with each other.
I love you too.
British is way better than being cool.
British.
Well, I'm Welsh, so I'm even cooler than being British.
Really?
Yeah. Have I not mentioned it before? When you start taking the piss. It's like, you're American, yeah?
Yep. Taking a piss at me, are ya?
Oh, you having a fucking giraffe, mate?
Fuck you. Fuck you, cunt.
So, to be honest with you, I went back to court, I'd be like, oh, bud, you taking a fucking piss or what, bud?
How many layers does this ring here have?
Don't you look at me like I do, you fucking carmush. Here we go. These big flying cows are not great, are these Asp Explorers? They've suddenly turned into big blundering. That's why I couldn't target you, you little shit.
Holy hell.
Try and miss Poofy.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, I shot him to that in it.
I just keep hearing module malfunction, module malfunction. Apparently, I received a ton of module.
Target destroyed.
You're too close to me. You can chaff all you like.
Target destroyed.
Oh, okay, hit again.
Alright, well I'm gonna get back to the station because I need to go to work.
Alright.
Alright.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Like
Matthew.
Like I really want to go there.
You are accruing for.
This is technically work. It's just you don't. You just enjoy it. This could be the best job in the world if you had it. Just,
Which faction?
I like the job that I have.
we're kill. Oh, I don't know which one we're killing now. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at that.
You fight for freelance?
Yes, we are.
Fight for freelance? Oi, mate.
I think we're killing the Allied Defence Force, and I say that with vehemence
Yeah.
because they're in front of me.
Uh,
That's all I
yeah.
got. That's all I've got. I'm sorry.
Should be careful about that. Fighting for money.
So I have to go offline. I need to go to bed so that I can stay awake tomorrow at work.
Yeah.
So there is now a free place in your wing. So invite.
Yeah, let me go offline first.
Thank you very much.
Will you leave the wing now?
Just give me a second.
And the second has gone.
I think I already left.
It has passed. Hello.
Yeah, it would be quite a bad idea when I fall asleep while giving in and first aid class. I think the Red Cross would get a bad reputation if I did. Unfortunately, I won't be on a lot next week because I'm going on some kind of vacation.
You know, when you're going on a vacation, you think I'm just going to miss being at home. That's not that's not a good time.
I've been there multiple times, man.
I've got stuff to do. Jesus.
Yeah, well, I have to. We are working on a second home, so we get to renovate it. So it's more work than vacation. I'm just.
But because you said the word second home,
I just
you lost us. We were all like, oh, we're also poor.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's one of those.
Well, it's our vacation home. It'll be when it's.
Oh, you just made it worse. You said it's a vacation home. You're not even going to put tenants in there. Oh my god. You've lost us completely now.
Well, if you want, you can rent it.
Ah, you see? Now he's showing his true colours of how he earned his money. Okay. Yeah, we're getting you now. You have a good time. And enjoy your vacation home.
Good night.
Good night.
I will be back tomorrow evening, but since Friday I'm gone.
Okay, you have a good evening anyway. Take care. Have a good day at work.
Thank you.
Conduct to it, I'm just going to boost it and run through him. Oi, avoid you.
So much for working. I don't think that the game likes us very much.
Yeah, not running away. Bye-bye.
Where are you going?
Me?
No.
No,
meaning Immoner.
somebody was running after. Someone was running away. So.
Yeah, I am, but I'm just getting
Get
to
them.
the station.
Yeah, I
Get
got
them
them. They're gone. It's okay.
Fuck!
I did it.
After them.
A dog with a bone sometimes.
Yikes.
I might be the worst combat pilot here, but when somebody annoys me and they try and run, I suddenly turn into like Chuck Norris or something.
Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris in the lead.
Actually, I kind of prefer the Roddy Rowdy Piper from They Live. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
I forgot how interesting wake scanning is.
It's amazing, isn't it?
I can hear the sarcasm.
Yeah.
Are you collecting materials, Astro?
Yeah, I need a few.
No, he's doing it
Wake
because he
scans.
really likes wake scanning.
Yes, it's you know, when you have one of those days where you just wanna go and relax and do some nice wake scanning.
Oh, you should have done that when we're doing this jumping.
Yeah. You should have done it then, idiot.
He likes it so much, he set up just to get wake scans.
That's just a full.
Yeah, I was actually considering just for the launch when we had that when we were heading to Seattle Contest that live stream. Just fit a wake scanner and just say, okay, allow you guys to wait to scan your wakes. I just need you guys to help me farm it.
I don't think it works against other players, does it?
Hmm?
Does it work on other players? I'm not sure if it does, because that way you could just farm them, couldn't you? If we got into a group and you suddenly needed a lot of...
No, we've tried it. We've tried it before. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work, yeah, I don't think it does.
No, it doesn't. We tried it, remember, Astro? No, it was
That's
about
a
year
long
ago.
time ago then.
Yeah, it was
Maybe not.
about a year ago. But it didn't work for us.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've gotten data from scan and wakes.
Didn't work the last time we checked. But you're free to check again.
I built the Diamondback
They're
with long
long
range,
range.
and you can just sit there stationary on a, you know, the ships that do all the feeding the 5,000 or whatever it is they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just sit on them.
Sometimes I wonder why I wonder if cheating is really like killing my game experience.
No,
Because most people cheat if they can. But
no, you should just keep doing it your way, you know, completely honest.
what?
Yeah.
But I'm honest? Hell no.
No, oh, there we go.
I'm cheating as well. Like, not cheating, but using.
No, it's not
sim-
cheating. It's called understanding the differences between doing something simply and effectively.
It's a clever use of game mechanics.
Correct.
Yes.
Working as
You
intended
guys are asshats. You guys are asshats.
until Astro puts the
It's
video
called-
out.
I'm gonna lawyer up.
That's
My
why.
lawyer said that I should call it an effective way of accumulating money.
It's an effective use of time and money, and that's all it was.
You have
When you
to spend it, invest it the proper way.
Chasing exploits.
I swear I'm not stealing, I'm just borrowing items without people's consent.
Alright,
Yes, that's basically.
I'm heading off, guys. So have fun.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay,
See ya.
okay.
So yeah,
You know what's even more interesting than wake scans? Abnormal configuration data scan.
abnormal compact emissions.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I've got nothing red. What are you firing at, Poofy?
We're getting a ton of problems.
Really?
That's why you might not see what I'm shooting.
Has he got long range?
I
See,
should
this is
actually have plenty of abnormal compact emissions with the amount of ships we've been killing.
You'll be surprised
Oh,
of
I
how
thought-
little you might actually have.
I might be having an issue here.
So few.
Compact emissions.
So few.
I have none.
Yes, I told you.
Compact emission data.
Yeah. Abnormal compact emission data is very rare, and
It is. I've got none.
to effectively farm it, you have pretty much have to set up a script to easy now.
So,
and just let it run for a couple of hours.
So I've got 0 abnormal compact, 0 adaptive, 1 atypical, which is a 4. Classify scan fragments. I think they've actually completely smashed how much grade 5 you can get. Because I notice a massive drop off here. Because obviously I've started re-engineering, I didn't realise how much I didn't have. Wow, that's really bad. Oh, modified embodied firmware.
But I think I've seen the same thing, and I think it's because they expect people to just be farming the lower grades and upgrading, but reality what people are doing is farm the higher grade and downgrade.
Yeah,
the way the
I can tell you everything that is low grade I am maxed on. Everything, I think, pretty much. Mainly because you don't throw it away anymore, that's the difficulty. So you then realise how common it is versus what you're actually searching for.
I'm gonna have to leave you alone for a little bit.
Don't say that.
Beam lasers keep malfunctioning.
Could actually be interesting to try and figure out which is the easiest in each category, like data manufactured and raw material. Which is the easiest to get your hands on, and if it would be viable just to farm that one material, just farming and farming and farming, and then just transferring over to other grade 5.
That's what I was saying about building the farming list.
That's what Joker does.
So the cascade.
Here, he just gets those 4 or 5 materials and trades them for the rest of the raw material. As far as manufacture goes, NavScope is still for me the best.
Yeah.
And for grade 5s, I would just go missions. There's really no other choice with manufacturer in Scandinavia. You just have to hunt high grade emissions. Or do this. Go a combat zone or a HAZ and set up limpets. You get a bunch of core dynamic composites.
Wait, what would happen if you went into a conflict zone with your limpets?
And you don't pick a side.
And don't pick a side?
Yep.
They don't drop materials if you...
You don't shoot, you don't... damn it.
I've tried that.
What if you did this? If you winged up...
Just have a heel beam.
Picked opposite side. You went nose to nose with size 4 the beams, but you picked opposite sides.
It's interesting.
I don't get it.
Okay.
No, I'm with it.
Then you could kill the entire thing, both sides. If each ship picked a different side.
Oh, okay.
Then you'd have the entire, the entire thing to kill.
Yeah, potentially. But then why?
You show as hostile.
Well, I don't know. I just seen that video with the Healy thing, and what they did is that they basically did that, and then they put the
same side.
They're only the same side.
Okay, well, it's somewhere in there they said you could potentially do both sides. I mean, they mentioned that in the video.
Yeah, you could.
But then they pinned the collectors to the primary fire as well, and then just hold it on. It'll automatically keep firing the collectors as needed.
Yeah, that's what it was doing. That's what I've been doing actually. I no longer materials from the combat zone. But yeah, if a player doesn't shoot, it doesn't necessarily have to be a player. So you could potentially leech off of another player or group of players. Just jump in and don't choose a side and let them kill everyone, and you just deploy limpet.
So go to open, find a conflict zone with players in it, and just
So if I
have a
start
ship full of
checking-
limpet
see,
collector
so
limpets.
thermic,
Yes.
oh, there
And
is.
hope that they don't shoot you. For leeching of them.
Yeah, but then they will be. Then the police should show up, right?
No, because it's a lawless instance.
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yes, the
Okay,
comfort zone is lawless. You can shoot anyone.
Oh,
even
okay.
your
In an
allies,
anarchy,
and,
yeah.
It doesn't generate.
Don't shoot your ally.
Cactus, you in here or are you? You in?
Imana,
game?
why didn't you have
If
invited
I'm
me?
what?
What?
I wanted to go to the wing. I wanted to be part of something.
Where are you?
You can be a part of us, soldier.
I was in the conflict zone all the time, but now I have to go to a station to repair myself.
Okay,
Or
but
better my ship.
I'm still here kicking ass and taking names. I'm alright, dude. I'm fine, thanks. I'm all good, dude.
Oh, good dude. Good man.
Me, I'm fucking alright, mate. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Not I mean.
Know what I mean?
Not I mean,
No, I'm fine, mate. Don't you worry about it. I'm fine. I've got it covered.
Doing alright, mate.
Cushy, mate.
Doing alright, mate.
Cushy.
Cunt.
Don't you talk to me like that, you.
Shut
Stop becoming all
up.
Peter Cook.
Cunt.
I walked into this pub the other day and this bloke said to me, that was Dudley Moore, sorry,
Fuck you,
that
cunt.
wasn't Peter Cook.
Oh.
I'm messing up my old man references. And you would have no idea what I'm talking about.
Can you do that Batman butler? What is his name again?
Michael Caine.
Alright, Batman. No.
No, what was it?
The British, the old British actor.
Yeah, Michael Caine.
That's right. That Bruce?
No, what was it he said? I can't watch another Batman die.
Batman.
Even though there was only one. So that statement I just said made no sense. It's getting warmer in here.
This is really odd. For the first 2 scans, I got data mine waking station, both of them, and now nothing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Poofy.
Gotta
You
move.
are my hero.
Oh god. I was just watching a video with Linus, who got his hand on a heat sink that mounts direct to die of the sea. So you delit it, move the heat spreader, and you mount the sink directly onto.
Well, that's a good idea because Intel's thermal paste is bollocks.
Yeah,
And then,
it's more isolating than thermal conducting, it seems.
Well, it would be. Yeah. Basic physics and kinetics. It just. I think they've added.
Imana,
Yes.
where are we going? Why aren't you in the wing anymore?
I am. I'm in Ross. I'm in Poofy's ring.
I'm in the same wing.
Why has that happened? Oh, the game's working as intended, I guess. What's?
So maybe it is working as intended.
Yeah. According to me, you're in my wing. Sorry, I'm being disrupted a second. Give me a second. They're off.
What
I was talking
does the little plus sign mean between the shields and the hull?
Means to being healed. That's all the state effect.
Healed?
Healed.
Healed. Killed? What?
the accent's important there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means your ship is overheating and you will explode in a bit.
In a bit.
With okay, with 26% heat, I will overheat. That
Yes.
doesn't make sense.
it's internal heat. The other's external.
Oh, I left the wing.
If you left, you're still in my wing. I don't understand. I'm confused.
There's the sign above in the hut, which says leaving.
Just above the guy I'm shooting at says that you're still in my wing.
What the fuck is wrong with this station?
I don't know.
I have said it before, and I will happily say it again.
Working
as software in this game is programmed with a shovel.
It's working as intended.
Bang,
I guess it dropped.
Yeah.
I just dropped out of the
hammering it into the keyboard until they get something that compiles and say, well, that's an instant thing.
It's one hell of a fucking shovel.
Yeah.
That's some thick shovel skills.
No, it's just a massive keyboard.
Yeah, all that.
You know, like the type you see when you give a keyboard to a 2-year-old and it's 7 times the size it should be. That's what they're going to
Yeah, we have a really good programmer, but he's kind of angry. So we got him this special room with a giant keyboard and a shovel. And there he goes. You can hear like some bang bang. He's programming away.
Okay, so I no longer have somebody in my wing.
Yeah, I dropped out of the wing.
Yeah, my internet crapped out, so I had
to... good excuse.
Is anyone waiting to get into this wing or not? I don't know.
So your internet dropped, and because of it, somebody else with this peer-to-peer connection has lost the connection to the server now.
Yeah, I'm getting battered here, so I need to start maneuvering myself a bit.
Peer-to-peer motherfucking connection.
Yeah!
Isn't it possible to set up a peer for this connection somewhere in the internet? Can I use my server that I have to make a peer for it? No, why not?
Dedicated?
It's a virtual server.
Imagine this. Imagine if they allowed... I mean, they're doing peer-to-peer right now. Imagine if they allowed private servers.
It's not private. Only
no.
I want to set up a peer for this. I don't need control over this. It could be compiled software which I haven't access to the source code, and without any options I could set just to set up a peer. If it's there, it helps. If not, it's not there.
I'm sure it's possible, but I haven't heard about anybody that has that.
No.
Every game is a peer, I guess.
I
don't think you can do anything like that because they don't give us that level of control. But
yeah,
I said I don't want any control.
But control. You have to have some control to start it.
Yeah.
If every game is a peer, I have control to quit my game, and if this has so much impact, the whole system wouldn't work.
Yeah, but the problem is the game is not the peer. The peer is your presence in your instance.
Poofy's unreachable.
So,
yeah, but just simulate a presence in an instance. If I turn it on and off, it won't impact more than turning a game on and off. So no control to my side, only
it's not possible.
I don't know what's the problem there. I don't know.
No, you can try. If you can do it, then try. But I don't think you'll get anywhere.
Yeah,
then it would be a thing by now.
Yeah, it would need a kind of software to run, because how shall I? Without knowledge how these peer connection works for Elite programming, I need, or they need to compile something to run.
Yeah. And they don't do that kind of shit.
Why not? It would increase.
They only do paint jobs.
I think you just gave yourself the answer right there.
This game is all about something else.
Hey, look, they added player factions to the store.
I don't give myself answers. I do.
Okay, that was actually hilarious.
Actually, I don't know why they don't.
At the beginning of that sentence, I was like, oh god, what have they come up with now? But then I realized, that was actually pretty fucking funny.
And it
I'll
was
be right back,
actually
guys.
captured because I think I'm still streaming. I keep forgetting, but yeah, I am. I think I'm still streaming, so that joke can be cut down and put somewhere else.
And you know what? Frankly, if that meant we had to pay a little bit to get a faction, I'll be happy to do it. If that meant that we could get it, say, within a week.
Well, you would
If that
do,
was like
'cause
they
if it's-
said,
if
hey,
it-
we have a delivery time of a week, but you have to pay us. Fair enough. I'll pay out right now. But nope.
I'm getting fired at.
Yeah, I mean, they could have pay for private servers, pay for faction, you know.
What is it with these eagles with bloody pulse? What do you call it? Pulse. Oh, I'm confusing myself now. Plasma. Yeah, so you end up with all these eagles with plasma accelerators on NPCs these days. I was just sitting there minding my business.
That's the reason you're going to take them out first. Because they will murder you.
How much damage did I take there? Oh, there's no... I got a bit hurt then. Pardon me.
Am I on the right side? I don't think I'm on the right side.
Come on, 2 more data wake exceptions. Nope.
Yes, you are, Poofy. You are north of me. So if you head in as you are towards me now. I love how seamlessly you're skipping across the galaxy. Stream on...
No. YouTube has, I think it's a 5-minute cooldown before your stream is properly ended. So if you resume the stream within the next 5 minutes, it will just assume it's the same stream. Just continue.
Right, okay. I'm new to this. It's just they've got £18 in my money.
But they changed something a while back, but at least like half a year ago, there was a limit to the maximum length of a stream. Not stream more than 12 hours at a time. Because I recall when Plato did his 24-hour stream, he had to actually take down the stream for more than 5 minutes, because he needed to make sure that the stream he already had up would be concluded, so he could continue with a new one.
Minor Plato's going for his treatment again, isn't he, soon?
I think he just has.
Yeah,
Didn't he
I
have
stream
these,
the other day.
you normally do those, like, radioactive streams, where he can't be close to other people, so he's just streaming every day?
I hope it gets sorted for him.
Yeah, I think he's on the right track.
Good. That's good to know.
I might change this build just to go for high resistance. The thing is, this build helps me against plasma accelerators.
Yeah, high hit points are good against PAs.
Which is what all these eagles are carrying.
Well, that's the reason why I'm going with the Prismatics now, because apparently they are good for it.
Yeah, because PAs need a lot of hit points to make that work.
Come here, you. Idiot. Oh, I made a mistake. escape. I had my pips wrong and somebody got away. That annoyed the hell out of me.
Target shields offline. Warning, temperature critical.
The thermal vent's not working very well today.
You gotta be really close. Way over long range. Like 3,000.
Flight assist off. Target destroyed.
Just because of the jitter.
Yeah,
Flight assist.
standard aiming cheater.
I'm getting a bit combat tired now, though. You get to a stage where you just think, ah, let him go. I wouldn't mind, but it's not even working on my combat rank that well.
And then the mega ship drops in.
Oh, that's the last week exception. Thank you.
I'm gonna have this drop down a little bit after the last one got away.
Target destroyed.
Okay.
Hey, just got another one.
Yeah, you no longer need this one.
No, but I got 2 in a row, so I thought I'll just scan the next one. I'll keep scanning until I don't get one. Got 3 in a row now.
Assist on.
You do know the frontier inside your head. They know the moment that you give up. They just they do. There must be something in the way you fly, because it just kind of goes, oh, he's obviously given up, so we're just going to give him something. And they give you 1, and then you go, it's okay, it's working again, and then you do another hour. It's like, oh, screw you.
That's how casinos work.
Seems about right, yeah.
The house always wins.
Under attack.
Why are they running away from me so often? I'm not even that frightening.
I think as the last play has been done for my combat rank.
Yeah, I got from master 70% to dangerous 24 right now.
I mean, I'll be honest, it's not a good situation, because once I get my Laurie Jameson, I'm going to consider doing exploration, so I could be somewhere else. I probably won't. If we're going to actually get a player faction, then
Target
that'd be great.
If Astro gets his player faction here, we all have to start anew.
Well, it just gives us a different focus, something
Yeah.
to do.
Do you know which system it will be?
I hope Sea of Draconis, that's the one we are flying for at least.
Okay. So then we have to fight against the defense party.
Yes, at some point we will. And it will be a little weird, I know, but
Doesn't matter. Just kicking ass, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't care.
but it's just, I mean, I think it's a good that we're beginning to learn how this whole thing works.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's a learning curve. You know,
target destroyed.
if we can put this much effort into learning how to do something, imagine how effective we'll be when we finally actually apply ourselves to it. At least now when we screw it up and we kill ourselves and then have no impact 24 hours later. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm just saying possibly it may have been the thing. That we just, we move on.
Yeah, and I mean, even if we end up screwing everything up with the
Hey!
official faction, then, well, doesn't really matter, because hopefully at some point we're just gonna The hell happened there? What?
I will skin you to death.
Go home, game. You're drunk. Okay, I've never seen that. I was.
You have no shields.
No. So I was approaching a system. I had it
Literally,
locked.
there are shields.
Sorry, what was that, Astro?
Have you seen this? So I was approaching a system, and my frame drive was charging up, and I had my hands off the joystick, and I clicked over to my browser on my other screen, and then suddenly it just switched to another system. I locked that instead.
Okay.
Never seen that before.
That sounds weird. Did you set up a macro or something like that?
No, and I don't have voice tag or anything like that.
This is really nice.
What's that?
Healing my shields. I like that.
We're just rubbing your back, dude. It's like we're on a beach. Not being gay or nothing. Just rubbing it back. Also, I seem to find when I stop firing, people start covering. So.
Back.
Well, back.
Thank you.
I've missed you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Miss you too.
Target destroyed. Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Flight assist off. Under attack. Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
I knew it was an eagle before I even tried it.
Target destroyed.
Something is shooting at me constantly with a BA. It's an eagle. It's
Module malfunction.
Again, module malfunctions.
Hey.
No.
What?
Under attack.
What's going on?
Frame supercharge detected.
Nothing much.
Target destroyed. Module malfunction.
Might have to reboot because something's gone wrong.
Target destroyed.
Something really went
All right.
wrong. Who's the big heavy oaf that just flew into me? System Defense Force. So we're having less impact tonight than we did last night.
That's because we mostly spent our 10 kilocalories. That is a dramatic decrease in influence.
How is the notoriety going with this?
Say again. My wife just brought me some kind of grilled bacon and cheese sandwich. Marriage. I should just go and eat that.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
Really nice.
Right, so I'm going to eat a sandwich, I think.
What the fuck? Did you get dizzy? You just suddenly lost balance. Whoa. Okay, let's die. Post it on the Discord.
It was on Discord.
No, my brother showed me a video of a guy that was using VR and suddenly fell down because he lost balance. Ah, the joke is done. It's already there. Oh no, somebody left. Tasty.
So I'm just getting rid of all the bacon and cheese from around my teeth.
Yes!
Oh, that was epic. You're getting that Lionel Richie. You're getting that healing. If you turn on your side, you'll feel it better. There you go. Yeah, baby. I don't know why I keep leaving you. I'm not losing interest or getting droopy or anything on you, I just... my hands are greasy, I've just eaten a lot of bacon and cheese, you know.
What's going on?
I don't know.
My brother is tripping out.
Somebody sounds like he just escaped from a cartoon.
So it's Puffy. Puffy, you here?
My brother, yeah, rising now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess he successfully installed something.
Yes.
Windows 95?
Windows, I mean.
Now that's pretty good going. If you're doing it on a 64-bit system with that bit range changeover, you can play some mega old school games.
Oh yeah, by the way, Inaba, I need to ask you, you're a sim racing guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you know Derek Spear? Derek Spear Designs? Guy who does button controllers for
Yes, I do.
sim racing?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Because it seems like when the sim racers needs tons of buttons, I'm not sure for what, but
yeah, button boxes are his thing though. He does. They work well too. He doesn't make them fancy. They work, and that's what you want.
Yeah, I have 2 of them.
Yeah, they're brilliant. They're massive.
Okay, so what is it you need all those buttons for in sim racing?
So it depends kind of what you're doing and what car you're driving. So if it's an F1 car, you need more buttons than you think. DRS, pit in, pit out, pit radio. If you're doing live chat, you need that push to talk because no one wants to hear you grunting and sweating. There's a lot that goes on. There's also balance of the car, so changing out power distribution, brake balance, so much that I don't think you do day by day. And everyone says, what do you need all that crap for? And then I go, it's all for something. It's like playing Elite, and everyone goes, it's for something. And you're kind of like, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen the wheel of an F1 car? An actual F1 car? Really with buttons.
I use a wheel at the moment from Fanatec or Fanatic or whichever way you want to pronounce it, and I think I can count literally, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, oh god, there's about 30 buttons on there. But when you're racing, all of them make sense. I couldn't say to you now, oh, that does that, but you got pit in, it's just, you only recall it when you need it. And then you've got a rotary controller as well, so you can swap what the rotary controller does at any given point. So that could be downforce, it could be brake balance front rear, it could be power distribution on a 4-wheel car, it could be a lot of things.
Which game is this?
It's just for all sim racing. So yeah, most of them set of course race room, etc, etc. You can just go in and drive the thing, but if you want to add or take off a 1/10 or 2 a second or a lap, you need to fine tune it. I don't really tend to stream sim racing much because I'm quick, but then there's always people that are quicker, but they're mainly aliens, and I met a lot of aliens. I did a competition recently with a Logitech, and we had these guys in competing for the McLaren seat, and those guys were just alien. If you put them in a real car, they'd crash and die, but on a sim racing thing, they're just phenomenal.
Man, you cannot compare like racing in real with just racing behind a computer.
No, I guess it's the same thing if you took the best Guitar Hero player in the world and gave him real guitar, he
yes,
he wouldn't be able to get a straight note out of it.
Yeah, prime example. But see, I'm the other way around. I'm an old racing driver that's trying to use sim racing to regain some of his, I don't know, vavavoom or whatever it is.
Yeah, well, once you get used to the adrenaline rush, and take it from somebody also, like I did my fair share of racing. I used to own a Skyline GTR. All the way tuned with nitrous and you name it. So
for me, it was mainly tin top stuff. So
yeah, nothing beats the rush of the, hitting a nitrous oxide at maybe 200 km per hour.
I mean, that's more road driving, too fast, as it were. I'm not a fast driver on the road. I never have been. But
well, when you're street racing is something, and when you're racing in a circuit, it's a different story.
Yeah, I mean, track racing for me is where it's kind of it's the skill set that I miss. I'm old and I'm fat, so
I could go, but I need to retune my car. I could go to the racetrack here, pay some rental fee, take a few laps. I'm not sure I want.
I like the track days. I did some track day tuition a few years ago, and I really enjoyed it. It was really good, and people generally don't want to kill their cars, so that they kind of enjoy taking some sort of tuition. But
Oh well, we got the Formula track here.
I was
really nice to
as
do.
a young man, I was very much, because I grew up in I started driving in the early 90s, so for me I was always sort of like, I thought it was quick, and then someone said, oh, you're quick, you should go to a racetrack, and I went to a racetrack and realised I couldn't drive for toffee. I was just quick on a piece of tarmac in my own environment, and then it's a completely different skill set on
It's
the
a
track.
completely different skill set because you have to keep the line, you have to keep your line balanced when you're hitting the curves in and out and in and out and in and out. And it depends on, you have to study the track. Like
That's one skill set, the lap time stuff. But then there's the 20 cars around you, and then you navigate and negotiate those.
Well, yeah, of course. It's always a competition when there are cars around you. It's always a competition to get to the center line. But then again, this is the whole point of racing.
It's something I miss. Something I'll ever do, I think, at my age again. But that's why I spend £10,000 or £15,000 doing it in my own time. Something I enjoy doing. Actually, my mates enjoy it more than I do because they're the ones that come around and tend to use it. So.
Impact is awfully quiet today. I think it's last game. Oh, there you are.
What?
Impact.
What's up?
This thing still pays out. Not too bad, no?
Alright, I'm pop off. See you guys tomorrow.
See you later. Take care. Miss you.
Miss you too. Mwah.
Did he just air kiss everybody?
I'm leaving too.
No, just me.
Good
Thank
night,
you.
everybody.
Take care. So clarify, that was just to me. Just saying.
Tell me he did not just air kiss everybody. In
No,
the
just me.
No, it's you.
Just me.
Oh. If it's just you, then it's fine.
Yeah, it ain't gay. Don't judge.
Not judging.
Goddamn vultures. Their PAs.
God, these things can turn, can't they?
God, this trip is long.
Where are you going?
Huh?
Are you going? I need to sort out my right beam laser, it's malfunctioning.
guys are still fighting the war for the
Yeah.
their codes.
I'll take a small break actually.
Remember the days when combat was exciting.
Is it an anarchy?
No.
Is it an anarchy system?
No.
No.
Ah, so you
But there are
guys are...
conflict zones, so you can legally fight in there.
Oh, okay.
But no, I'm out preparing stuff for video.
Maybe I'll drop by, grab some combat bonds. So I'm like this engineer.
If you're collecting combat bonds, it would be great to do it in that system. I don't know how far it is from the engineer.
Well, I'll just keep the I'll just keep the bonds. He only needs. Wait a second. He needs 100. Where's the
100,000.
How come you have
Huh?
I gotta fix my
Sorry, I didn't hear you properly.
I didn't get one of the heal beams yet.
No. Do I need one?
Well, I mean, we could try it out. I mean, I got.
Ah, you want to try this farming?
Yeah,
this farming thing.
I got mine. I mean, it's not completely engineered out yet. I got 4.
Well, regardless of AFK, farming the healing laser does.
Yeah, I know I'm not going to be able to do that.
Does extend your stay in the
in
the conflict zone a lot.
How is he still flying around? He's at 0%, and his shields are regenerating. What the hell's going on here?
Okay.
Does the healing beam help when your shields are down?
So this guy
Does
is...
the healing what?
He doesn't know he's dead. It's a zombie.
No, not once it's down, but before it gets down, it helps.
So it's kind of same. It's kind of like a shield cell on steroids.
Now he's attacking me.
He charges it.
Ah.
Well, I've destroyed a ship that is now flying around and attacking me.
It's the ghost. He's haunting you for your misdeeds.
It's so funny sometimes when they reach when NPCs they reach 0% health and they still keep shooting at you.
Oh, this guy went for a while. I had to shoot him again. Well, first rule of that film I watched, the zombie land, is it? Double tap.
Well, the way I got my multi cannons set up in my Corvette, if I stop shooting at him and he stays for a while, then he explodes. But if I keep on shooting, he definitely explodes much quicker. Because of those heat shock modifications I made, which was actually quite good.
I don't have anyone with me at the moment. I'm on my own, I think. I'll stay at 9 clicks.
I put all my Corvette as multi cannons. Actually, it works out pretty well.
Yeah, because like I said, it only needs 1 pip.
Not necessarily. You need sometimes more.
Yeah,
because
but I mean, generally,
I think the modification I made, it needs like I need at least 2 for the system, and the rest goes to the weapon. And engines, I don't need anything because I mostly fight standing still. I don't move. Let them come to me.
Right, I might go for a wee wee. Maybe I won't. Oh, I'm getting shot at by 4 ships. I figure I better pay attention.
I don't know if this steering wheel is real, but it does look like it's a lot of buttons and dials. Just for a Formula 1 car.
Target destroyed. Flight assist off.
Time to get moving.
Under attack. Target shields offline. Flight assist off. Flight assist. Flight assist on. Target shields offline. Under attack.
Is anybody in the conflict zone now?
Flight assist off.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was going to go for a wee, but I've just been attacked by 6 ships, so I figured I'd better stay.
That's LHS.
Target destroyed.
See, I might actually put a collector limpet in here because I didn't realise how much grade 5 stuff does fall.
Fucking 14 jumps.
Well, have you just been down to Brew Tarquin?
I'm like 14 jumps away.
Okay, I'm gonna hop off for a while. See you guys later.
Be good. I might actually just leave the... I keep forgetting I'm streaming, so I need to switch that off. So I'll do that. Goodbye everybody, thank you very much. The one person that was watching, which I think was my wife, thank you.